Hello, welcome back to another brand new Tales from my Backlog where I am going to be reviewing Starship Troopers. But before I get into that, this wasn't the original review that I had planned. The original review that I had planned was for Good Morning Vietnam, but I got a half hour into that and switched it off. And so, for the very first time when doing these Tales from my Backlog, I had to pick a new movie, and so I did. I picked Starship Troopers. So what did I think of Starship Troopers? I absolutely loved it. Yeah, there is the hidden subtext of the post the future dystopia, where if you're between citizen and civilian, in order to become a citizen, you have to join the army, and that way, once you do that and do some service in the army, that's when you're allowed to, vote and do all this stuff, and you need a license in order to get pregnant and all that. And even the propaganda, we see it pop up every now and again throughout the movie of painting the military in such a great light, to get people to join up so we can go fight these bugs, essentially. Um, and yeah, like I said, I thought it was a really great movie. Very, very gory. I was watching a lot of, as a lot of the, deaths come up, I was like, dear God, that is brutal. That is really, really brutal. So what is Starship Troopers about? Well, the movie follows kind of three friends that are just fresh out of high school and they decide to join the military. Um, One of them becomes a pilot. One of them joins what essentially is makes him look the way he dresses. Who is Neil Patrick Harris makes him look like he's a part of the SS. He has psychic ability, so that's why he's put there. And then for our main character, well, he doesn't know what he wants to do, so and he has very low test scores, so send him to the Marines. And whilst he's in basic training, he almost leaves because he accidentally, during a live ammo testing, he got one of his squad mates killed. And he feels really, really guilty about that. And he tries to, you know, leave. But the two superior officers, one played by Clancy Brown, who is amazing in this movie again. I absolutely love Clancy Brown in the likes of Shawshank and Highlander. He's again on top form in this movie. And then the other higher up, I forget the actor's name, but he plays Hank in Breaking Bad. Um, and so he tries to resign, but then when the bugs launch an asteroid and it hits Earth and it destroys his home and kills his parents, he then feels the need to reject his resignation and continue out in basic training to go out into the field and take revenge on these bugs that have destroyed his home and murdered his parents. And so that's what they do. They go and attack the insect's home world. That goes as well as you would think. It doesn't. In the span of an hour, over 100,000 people were murdered and killed in action, including himself, he wasn't killed, but he was definitely injured to the point where it lists him as KIA. And so he's not. He's in a healing tank, and yeah, basically it just shows them going on missions and stuff. And Neil Patrick Harris's character sends his troop to this planet called P, and they're hunting for this insect that's not like the other insectoids. This one is intelligent, and so they want to capture it. So once they realize that it's there, after them getting basically almost having their entire platoon wiped out, they are sent back to get it. And they do. But it's not our main character that captures it. No, no, no. It's actually Clancy Brown's character, who goes from being in boot camp to a private in the in this army, and they capture it. And again, it ends with playing more propaganda to get people to enlist into the army, and that is essentially Starship Troopers in a nutshell. So, like I said, I really did like this movie, and a lot of the deaths were really, really, really gory. Like, fuck me, it was that brutal. I was watching, I was like, dear God, that is really, really brutal. Now, I watched the DVD version of this. I don't own Starship Troopers on Blu-ray, and the CG on just the Blu-ray, no, sorry, not the Blu-ray, the DVD copy is phenomenal. I was watching it and I was like blown away that this that came out 26 years ago, the CGI holds up better than most movies uh, that are coming out nowadays that rely heavily on CG. And yeah, it looks fantastic. Uh, One fun fact that I have for you before I end off this review, the armor that is used in Starship Troopers. Let me go grab the DVD case to show you. Yeah, so this armor right here was reused in two different TV shows. The first one is Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. So these were seen in the first episode, I believe. And what's funny about that is that, you know, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is a season about fighting bugs. And the big main villain, Trakina, is a bug herself. So a pretty neat little thing. And then the other show that it appeared up in, it was one episode of Firefly, which is a show that I have not watched, though I own it. So I definitely need to give it a shot at some point. But there you guys go. That has been my review for Starship Troopers. A really great movie, and you know, there's definitely a lot of hidden stuff in there that you might need a watch or two, rewatch or two, just to fully get everything. I'm pretty sure I didn't get everything on my first watch, and it's definitely one that I will watch again in a year or two's time, you know. But it was really, really great, and I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The next review after this is going to be for Star Trek Nemesis, the final TNG movie, as we get ever closer to wrapping up my Star Trek movie reviews. And yeah, I'll see you all for that one next time.